Hello everyone, I am back for another weather video. I know I haven't done one for a while. That is because when I am not at my house here in North Babylon, the only way I can upload a video is by doing it from my phone to my laptop, and I do not know how to do that because whenever I plug in my phone into my laptop it says USB device not recognized, so my laptop is not importing any videos or photos that I put on my phone. So, unfortunately for this last storm that we had, I could not do any videos. However, to fix this problem, since I'm not going to be at North Babylon all the time, since I am at Stony Brook, or at my grandparents', or at my mom's, or whatever, I have created a new blog. The website, hold on a second, the website is called NYC Weather by mofiero.blogspot.com. That is the URL. So it is on Blogspot. It's just easier because number one, it doesn't cost any money, and number two, you don't have to go through all the design and stuff. It just, you can kind of do what you want, and it's nice and easy. I got it started just a couple hours ago. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a general discussion about what's going to be going on with the weather, you know, basic things that I talk about on the videos that I usually make. And then I'm going to give a 5-day forecast or a 3-day forecast or whatever I have time for. Tonight I posted a 5-day from Saturday till next Wednesday. So my goal is to update this at least twice a week. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that because I have finals coming up. So until mid-December it might have to be more like once a week because I have final exams I need to study for. But after that, we'll try and do it at least 2 or 3 times a week, and of course, when we have big storms, I'll probably update the blog with updates on the storm about every 12 hours. And I'll be, of course, posting on my Facebook page, and if I'm at home, I'll do weather videos for those storms. But when there's not an active pattern, which there will not be for the next week, and I'll explain why, I'll be updating this once every 5 days, 3 to 5 days, with new forecasts. Alright, so that's the blog. I think it looks very nice. I think I did a pretty good job here. I spent 3 hours looking at the forecast models trying to come up with how I was going to word all this and put together a forecast, because normally I only forecast big storms, but I decided to try and forecast normal weather when it's calm. And for the next week it's going to be pretty calm. So there you go. And we can start talking about it. I'm going to use the Canadian model for this discussion because I think it has a pretty good handle on what's happening over the next week. It's pretty much in line with what the European model is predicting for the next week as well. And then the GFS is just, I don't even know. The GFS doesn't know what it's doing, honestly. Like, it has a few things under control, but I'll kind of show you. But the GFS is kind of frustrating me over the next week. The Canadian and European are hand in hand with what's going to happen, and I kind of think that's how it's going to play out. So, basically, right now, at this moment in time, I'll just zoom in here on our high and low pressure map. We have this high pressure system here, and over the next 24 hours, that high pressure system is going to move east. This high pressure system it's the cold air mass that's in place right now that was delivered by this trough that brought the coastal storm through on Wednesday. And so that trough, whenever you have a trough come through, there's usually a shot of cold air behind that trough, so that's what this high pressure system represents. That's why it was very cold today, that's why it's cold tonight, and that's why it will still be pretty cold tomorrow. I'm forecasting highs in the mid-30s tomorrow. So then that trough moves out, this high pressure system moves out, and whenever you have a high pressure system move out, you get a southerly flow, so we're going to start to warm up Saturday night. So let's just kind of move along here. Alright, so that trough moves out. You just kind of have pieces of energy here. The next piece of energy we're going to be watching is this trough up in here. That'll be for Monday night. There's a cold front ahead of that, but before I get there, you do have a slight chance of some snow showers on Saturday afternoon. Alright, so this is Monday's trough that we're going to get to. But you have an area of low pressure up over Wisconsin here, and there is a warm front trailing out ahead of it like that on Saturday afternoon. Obviously, when you have a high-pressure system moving out, you have warm air coming up, so that's creating a warm front out ahead of this low-pressure system here. So when you have a warm front move through tomorrow afternoon, or when you watch this video, it'll probably be Saturday during the day, so this afternoon, you get upward motion ahead of that. So what I'm trying to say is there's a slight chance of snow showers or flurries tomorrow afternoon or today, depending on when you watch this video. So not very likely, but if you take a look at your moisture map here, again, green means moisture and brown means dry air, so there's a little bit of a moisture associated with this warm front, so we could see a snow shower or two Saturday afternoon or evening. Okay, so that moves out then, and as we move along here, again, that high pressure system moves out and we start to warm up. You got a southerly flow. You have warm air being pulled up from the Gulf, so into Sunday we're going to start to warm up, and same thing into Monday. Okay, and if you look at your vorticity map here, 500 millibar energy, this is the next trough that we're watching. Right now we are on Sunday night, and this trough out ahead of it, there is a cold front that's going to be swinging through the area on Monday night into early Tuesday, and that's going to deliver another shot of Arctic air. But for Monday, we still have the southerly flow coming up, so we're going to be in the upper 40s on Monday for high temperatures, so that's really nice. And again, you have this trough here, which is moving through on Monday night, and right along with it, you see that you have this high pressure here, which again is associated with that shot of Arctic air that will be moving through on Tuesday. So on Monday, we're going to have temperatures in the upper 40s, and we still are Monday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Tuesday evening, Monday evening, excuse me. So now this trough is getting closer, right? You have that cold front, which is out ahead of it. The shot of Arctic air, those high pressures, it's getting closer, so we're going to start to cool down Monday night. And out ahead of the cold front, the Canadian model is printing out some precipitation, and because it's ahead of the cold front, which means it's ahead of the Arctic air, it's rain, it's not behind the cold front, so the cold air is going to come in place after this precipitation moves through. Now, not all of the models are showing this much precipitation like the Canadian model is. The European does not show this much. The GFS does not show anything. So there is a chance of rain showers out ahead of this system on Monday night. Not guaranteed, though. So that moves through then. Alright, this is where we were. So that cold front will move through. Alright, we're now on Tuesday morning. And now Tuesday during the day, that cold front has now moved through, and we have an area of Arctic high pressure in place, and temperatures are going to drop significantly between Monday and Tuesday. Monday we're going to have highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Tuesday we're going to have highs in the mid 30s. It's going to feel really cold on Tuesday. Okay, and then the next piece of energy we're watching is this trough out here that will be moving through on Tuesday night into Wednesday night, excuse me. It'll approach Tuesday night and move through on Wednesday. So I believe we were here, okay? So now watch this piece of energy. And now I kind of want to show, this is where we were. I want to show a comparison between the GFS and the other two models here. So this is the Canadian, okay? That's at 102, right? Yep. The European, actually, we can't do that. 96, so it's close enough. So this is the European at the same time frame. Here's the Canadian. See, they're kind of in line. The GFS. Still, it's kind of in line if you think about it. Now we go to the next run, and the next run. This is the GFS. Alright, I'm going to kind of move this along because to see the differences, we kind of got to move along here. The basic idea is that you have a trough moving through on Wednesday during the day, and also if you look in your precipitation map, there's going to be some rain showers associated with this trough on Tuesday night throughout the day on Wednesday. Out ahead of the trough, you have a warm front coming through first because you have a departing area of high pressure, so you get southerly flow. So as soon as that warm front moves through, you have rain move through out ahead of a cold front, which is also out ahead of the trough. That cold front moves through Wednesday night. Right? Alright, so here we are, we are Wednesday evening right now, okay? And here's a Canadian, European, so this is the European. There's the Canadian. And here is the GFS. If you can kind of notice the difference here, the Canadian model and the European model both have this trough dipping further south than the GFS does. That's the main difference. So here's European, Canadian, and then the GFS is the farthest north. And that's the difference, because the GFS doesn't really have as much rain as the other models do. So the European and the Canadian model have this trough being more potent. This energy is more consolidated on the GFS and European. Doesn't really seem like a big deal. The basic idea is we're just going to have rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. That's really the main idea. And we're going to be warming up. So temperatures will be in the lower 50s on Wednesday. Because you have that departing area of high pressure that brought us the cold air on Tuesday that moves out Tuesday night. So we start to warm up on the other side of the high pressure. And with the warm front later Tuesday night into Wednesday. So we're going to have rain. The only way we could get snow on Tuesday night is if it comes ahead of the warm front. I haven't really seen the models indicating that at this point. I'm not going to throw it out though, because it is a possibility, but if we do get snow out ahead of the warm front, it probably will not be much of an accumulation, and it'll probably be very brief. So my main concern for Tuesday night into Wednesday is rain. So then that trough is going to move through. Okay, so this trough, which brought us the rain, Wednesday during the day is going to move through by Thursday morning. And again, on the opposite side of a trough, you always have a new shot of cold air coming in. And here's that shot of cold air, delivered by this high pressure and delivered by the cold front that was out ahead of this trough. So now this high pressure is going to settle in for Thursday into Friday. So we will be cooling down, not as much as Tuesday, but we will be cooling down probably into the low to mid 40s. On Thursday and Friday, we were in the lower to possibly mid 50s on Wednesday, so we're going to cool down by about 10 degrees on Thursday and Friday, and we should be relatively dry. Now, a couple of differences arise between the models, though, on Friday, and I will show you why. So this is where we left off. Now, you have this trough, which is out across the Plain States here, lower Canada. That is on Friday evening. The European has this trough over the Great Lakes Friday evening. The Canadian model has it back here Friday evening. And the GFS doesn't show this trough at all. So it's really hard to say what's going to happen beyond Thursday night, honestly. So we know that we're going to have a chance of slight chance of snow showers Saturday afternoon, which is today, probably because you're watching this video today, probably. We have a chance of rain Monday night, a better chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday, colder and drier for Thursday, and then Friday we kind of diverged a little bit because the European brings this trough through quicker than the Canadian does. And the GFS just doesn't have a trough coming through at all, which is really annoying. So the basic idea, though, is this trough, which is pretty potent. It looks like. See, it actually kind of strengthens as it moves to the east. Now, both the Canadian and the and the European show this, and that trough is going to move through. Okay, and then another trough looks like it's going to move through by the end of the weekend. Haven't really looked at that yet, so I'm going to focus on the first trough. And the key here is, when does this move through? So what I'm just going to say about this trough is there's going to be a chance of rain sometime between Friday and Saturday with this shortwave trough moving through. I'm not sure when, which day it's going to be based on the models. We have to get closer, but there will be a chance of rain Friday into Saturday. And behind this area of high pressure, we will be warming up, which is why it will be rain and not snow. Alright, now the other thing I want to talk about really quickly is why do we not have any big storms forming? I want to go back to the beginning of the week here. Actually, you know what I want to do is I want to go back to this. So this is the last trough that moved through, okay? When this trough was forming a storm down over the Gulf Coast here, you know, remember these isobars here were very sharp, very narrow. They were like stabbing down to the south. So when the bars do that, when the isobars do that, when the jet stream is oriented like that, it has a very steep dip across the United States. That's called the meridian. I can't even pronounce it. Meridional flow. Okay, it's meridional flow. Alright, and when you have the jet stream oriented like that, when you have a big dip, that's conducive for pieces of energy like this trough over here, if the jet stream had a big dip, to come down south, combine with pieces of energy from the southern branch of the jet stream, form a storm down over Florida and come up the coast. Now what's developing into next week is you see how these isobars, the bars on this map, the jet stream is kind of just flat. It's kind of it's just flat, you know, it flattens out. It's not, there's no dip. And that's why we're not getting any big storms, because this flow, if we just run through and pay attention to the bars, they stay pretty flat throughout the entire run of these models. There really isn't any dip, any really sharp dip. And that's what's called a zonal flow. And whenever you get a zonal flow, it's very hard for pieces of vorticity, shortwave energy, to drop down and form a storm here. The northern branch of the jet stream pretty much stays separate from the southern branch, so you don't have pieces of energy combining to form big storms, and that's a problem because I want big snow. But so the basic idea is there really aren't going to be any big coastal storms, at least for the next couple of weeks, I believe. We're just going to get those occasional shortwave troughs that come through, like on the northern edge here, from the northern branch of the jet stream, and you don't really get big storms forming out of those, because you really need pieces of energy to combine to get really big storms. So it's going to be basically just a little bit of rain here, a little bit of snow there maybe, but you know, nothing too big. So it's going to be basically pretty calm for the next couple of weeks, as far as I can see. The pattern seems to be cold air will move in after precipitation, which means mainly we're going to see rain, and then that cold air moves out before the next system moves through and we see rain again. That seems to be the pattern. So hopefully I explained that well, and that is the basic idea. Again, sorry for making this such a long video. You know I can never stop talking because I love the weather. So hopefully it was understandable though. So that's the forecast for the next week. I'll go through it one more time. Tomorrow, slight chance of snow showers. We will be cold. We warm up Sunday into Monday. We are dry. Sunday into Monday, we warm up. Monday night, chance of rain with the passing cold front. Very, very cold on Tuesday, but dry. Tuesday night into Wednesday, chance of rain. We warm up. Thursday, we are dry. We cool down. Friday and Saturday, we warm up again. And chance of rain anywhere in that Friday to Saturday time period with the next trough coming through. So that's the idea. Thank you for watching. Probably won't post another video for a while because I'm going back to Stony Brook on Sunday, so I'll just continue updating my blog and posting updates on Facebook, and then when I come back home, I'll start doing videos again. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.